Do you ever watch your favorite streamer or pro player and wonder how they are so good at Valorant? Well, there isn't one secret tip that has gotten them to where they are now. Hi, my name is Stray, and today I'll be your professional guide on how you can learn from your favorite player by looking at their gameplay. I'm super excited to share with you some neat tricks that TenZ uses to consistently top frag in his games. Regardless if you're Iron 1 or Radiant, there's always something to learn from watching higher tier players. If you guys enjoy this type of content, make sure to comment down below which technique you found the most interesting or useful. Also, if you want us to dive into other pro players and what they do, please let us know. Before we dive straight in, as we always have, we have our question of the day. How do you guys like the Reaver Bundle? Personally, I think the reintroduction of the Reaver Bundle is super nice to see. They even made some VFX changes, which is a little nice touch. I don't see myself purchasing this bundle, but I know many people wanted it to come back. Well, how do you guys like it? Do you guys maybe want to see other skin packs from beta return? Let us know. One thing you can absolutely learn from TenZ is his ability to carry his weight, regardless of the teammates that he is given. Besides his tremendous skill, a large reason he is able to do this is because of the agents that he gravitates towards. They enable him to carry to his highest ability, and with his countless hours on those agents allows him to come up with unique and creative ways to approach the game. So if you're struggling in ranked and feel like you don't have enough impact in them, look to pick up the agents that TenZ loves to play. Although he typically plays Reyna and Jett, feel free to learn any of the other duelists as they are equally good in the right hands. Phoenix and Reyna are also agents with a lot of fragging potential, with their kits less centered around mobility like Jett and Reyna. Most of their kits have abilities that come out quicker and don't revolve around key utility like smokes or flanking. They have the most freedom at using their ability to find engagements. These agents are exceptionally great at finding opening picks. The ability to secure first blood is the highest impact kill you can get each round. It forces the enemy to change their plan accordingly as they are down one player. Obviously, you don't need to get a first blood or opening pick every round, but notice how TenZ is extremely comfortable going for them often. You might think, well, he goes for these opening picks because he's so great at the game. Although this may be true, I will tell you that you must learn how to be comfortable through trial and error. He has only gotten to his current state through trying to find those first blood picks, failing countless times and learning from those mistakes. Regardless of what agent that TenZ plays, his utility usage is not only superb, it's also quite creative. For example, if you watch any of his gameplays on Jett, he's very comfortable using his dash in multiple ways. Obviously, for those still learning her kit, you want to prioritize using her Jett dash defensively, as it's more often you'll find yourself in a situation like that. When you've missed an operator shot or a few shots of your rifle, make sure you're okay with dashing out. The number one problem I see with weaker Jett players is that they're too greedy with Jett's dash. If you don't secure the kill in a short time frame, dash out and now you can re-peek if you like. You want to make it hard for your opponents to secure kills on you. With that in mind, watch how TenZ uses the timing of Killjoy ult aggressively dash back onto site. Obviously a risky play, but these types of plays can win your team the round if pulled off. If you feel that you need to be someplace faster or even timing a player, you can look to do this type of dash. He secures a kill on site and halts the attackers from further swarming site. Keep in mind that this type of play works only because of the ranked environment he plays in. The way TenZ plays ranked is drastically different from how his plays are coordinated in tournament matches. Lastly, in clutch situations, you can look to fake dash into a piece of terrain which can cause the opponent to panic in confusion. This works great if the bomb is being defused and you want to get him off the plant without fully peeking him first. Be creative with her dashes, guys. There are numerous options that I haven't covered from this gameplay alone. Remember that it's okay to use them in ways that might not work initially, so you can always adapt how you use them in the future. The two primary ways that I see TenZ use his Updraft is to obtain quick information or use it in combination with his dash and knives. You can obviously use Jett's dash first into our Updraft, but I found that it has slightly longer animation, which makes it slower for you to kill your opponent with knives. Now this might seem like a minor difference, but by using her Updraft into her dash when you have the luxury, I've noticed a major improvement in my ultimate effectiveness. Again, most of you Jett players should be well aware of this mechanic, but let's move on to Updraft outside of this usage case. One thing I see TenZ do more than most other Jetts is to utilize her Updraft to quickly peek over vertical cover to find information. This type of behavior can help you rotate faster, push easier, and even spot out enemies for free. Watch how TenZ uses it after securing the site as he checks to see if the remaining attackers are still lurking in B main after Killjoy ult. He sees no enemy players, so it's safe to bet that they're either close up or have rotated off. This might seem like simple information, but it can make your life and your team's life so much easier. The last utility I'd like to cover is how a Jett player can better utilize smoke, specifically how TenZ is great with them. Watch how comfortable he is getting a quick shot out, repositioning, and smoking off his back. You might wonder why the smoke is necessary. Well, not only does it cover his back from potentially getting shot for free, it also forces the enemy to second guess if you might be lurking around the smoke. Being an aggressive player like TenZ, constantly smoking after your shots will give you the option to not only fall back, but also stay and play even more aggressive. I see far too many Jetts only use their smokes to cover off common choke points, but because their smoke can come out so fast, you can be creative with them and obtain value like no one else. Try this out and I guarantee your Jett will become much scarier. Valorant is a game that requires a lot of angle knowledge, and this tip is no exception. By understanding the proper angles that you can be playing can also open you up on playing off angles. An off angle is a spot that is not easily pre-aimed, as a player clearing the angle will usually pre-aim the more obvious spot. So if you're able to know the spots that people typically play, all you have to do is make a slight variation to it and you'll catch players off guard all the time. Add in some slight side to side movement without making any audible noises, and you'll be holding positions like a boss. From watching his gameplay, streams, and playing with him in ranked, I can say with certainty that he is one of the most friendliest players you can meet in your Valorant games. This type of behavior is great at not only keeping your own mental intact, but it also boosts your team's performance drastically. If you are the type of player that has a hard time not letting your emotions get the best of you, I'd suggest that you either mute yourself or practice making comms that only relate to how you like to play the game. Being a great teammate goes beyond doing your best as an individual player. Having the ability to relay important information to your teammates is a greatly underrated skill to have. In a sense, this skill is one of the few that can actively help your teammates perform at a higher level. If you're inexperienced with communicating, start with vocalizing the things you're doing first. This can get you into a comfortable habit of being able to perform at your highest level while still providing important information to your teammates. For example, start off with learning how to communicate what actions you are doing or planning to do. Are you planning to peek, push, fall back, use utility, plant bomb? There are a plethora of actions that you can do in each game that can be very helpful to your teammates. Even if they already know you're doing something, communicating it will help your teammates be on the same page and be on that page so much quicker. So again, start by learning how to communicate the important things you're doing or planning to do. Then move on to communicating what's going on outside of your perspective later on. At ProGuides, we've made several videos highlighting how this third-party source can be great at honing your aim, but don't just take it from us. If there is one thing TenZ loves to do outside of playing a lot of Valorant, is his habit of aim training. His go-to one is specifically Aim Lab, and he primarily uses Grid Shot for his aim training. When he's not playing Valorant, notice how much effort he puts into honing his raw aim through aim trainers. Don't think that you absolutely need to play Aim Labs, as he is sponsored by them, but keep in mind that it is a good source of training outside of playing the game. You might not be so great at first, but it can push the limits of your aim to heights you didn't think were possible. For example, TenZ's Grid Shot score was not magically 130,000, and that's insane by the way. He spent countless hours grinding that game mode to get to that point. Just like in Valorant, you must spend the necessary time into it and consistently learn as you go. It's easy to sometimes forget that we're all human. TenZ is not an exception. Although he may be playing Valorant around 10 to 16 hours a day, it's important to understand that everyone needs to rest. You want to make sure you're getting good sleep, not neglecting your responsibilities, and eating well. All of these things, when left unattended to, will definitely negatively impact your in-game performance as well. TenZ claims that he likes to unwind by watching anime in particular, but that doesn't have to be you. Make sure you have things in your life that can relieve your stress and take away your focus from only playing Valorant. Whether that be exercise, watching a movie, doing your homework, or hanging out with some friends. Time spent relaxing when you're feeling burnout will allow you to come back to the game with a fresher mind and a stronger will to improve. It may seem like the professional players you love to watch are at the level they simply are due to talent. But in reality, these players put the necessary time and energy in growing themselves to become the best at their game. The tips I covered in today's video are recurring habits or techniques that TenZ consistently utilizes whether he realizes or not. I hope that you guys can learn from his habits, as they can mold you into a much stronger player. And that's all we have for this video. If you guys enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe. To keep up to date with these type of concepts, make sure to hit the bell notification button, which ensures that you stay ahead of the competition. If you want to learn more about these techniques, head over to ProGuides.com for the best Valorant on-demand coaching. Our coaches are among the very best, and we hope that you check them out if you enjoy this video. They will help you with any of your individual Valorant needs and can bring you to the next level. And if that's not your style, make sure to check out our Discord. we have a great community where you can chat, hang out, do whatever, possibly find friends to play with. Stay tuned for our future videos and keep up the grind, gamers. Catch you later.